Good afternoon, Pacifica board members, faculty, administration, parents, family and friends, and of course, my fellow 2024 graduating classmates. It is an honor to be among you all and a great privilege to have the opportunity to share my reflections as a part of our celebration together. I would like to begin my remarks with an excerpt from one of my favorite books entitled The Last Green Valley. The Last Green Valley takes place in 1944 and depicts the astonishing journey of a family in Ukraine, squeezed between the ruthlessly warring Nazi and Soviet regimes. Dodging cannon fire, battling loss, and navigating moral conundrums, they travel in a wagon through war-torn Europe. At the end of the account, Adeline, wife and mother, is asked by her friend to describe the most important things she'd learned. She responds, quote, "Don't chew on the bad things that happen to you, dear. Try to see the beauty in every cruelty. It sets you free. Forgive hurt if you want to heal a broken heart. Try to be grateful for every setback or tragedy, because by living through them, you become stronger. I see the hand of God in that. I also see his hand in every right step and every wrong one we took in our lives, all somehow moving us forward, but sometimes around and around and around, like a leaf I've always remembered seeing blowing in the wind the first day of the long trek. We were blown along like that leaf, dancing, spinning, and rolling towards this life we were dreaming of. And here I am, so many years later, still living the dream. It really is a miracle." End quote. A leaf blowing in the wind. I love this language. I think of myself, a discouraged freshman, a curious sophomore, an emboldened junior, and now a grateful senior. I think of all of us, the thought of us as a dancing, spinning, and rolling folk, traveling down our individual and intersecting paths. How thrilling, fun, and surprising this journey has been. One of the most important things I have learned is the value of each moment along the way, of each dance and spin and twirl that shaped me even when I didn't realize anything significant was happening. I want to take you through some of these moments. In January of 2020, 9 months before I started freshman year, I lost my best friend in a sudden accident. I entered freshman year shaken. I had a wobbly hold on what was real and couldn't seem to determine what really mattered. I think we were all a bit shaken up in the fall of 2020. So it was with a vulnerable start that we, the class of 2024, began our Pacifica journey. Here are a few moments from our freshman year. August of 2020, largely as strangers, we took to the sea on the Catalina Flyer and started to talk. These conversations took on a life of their own and soon moved to study hall, where we squeezed into picnic tables and traded essays and stories and frantically finished assignments. Admittedly, we had our battles. We began high school amidst a contentious national election and narrowly survived a divisive presidential candidate sticker battle. iPads, backpacks, books, no flat space was safe. We eventually found out, though, that we had far more in common than we originally thought. As the dialogue grew, we started to heal and began to ask important questions about our roles in the world. Sophomore year brought us our first retreat. We learned that life was a little more interesting if we didn't take ourselves so seriously. Our cabin decided one morning we wanted to watch the sunrise. The problem? Our fearless leader misread the clock and guided us outside to a freezing cold basketball court where we expectantly awaited the imminent rise of the sun at 3 a.m. As inconvenient as our mistimed wake-up call was, we will always remember those pre-dawn conversations. In Reverend Butler's class, our preconceptions were shattered. In one conversation on the Divine Comedy, we explored heaven and the idea that heaven is the only place we will ever know that is fully real. For the first time, I could make some sense of the loss that had shaken me so badly. Perhaps my dear friend was now in a place of perfect fullness. There is something powerful about pairing the love of a strong community with the beginnings of an intellectual understanding of our complex reality. Junior year started with a run to Sasybone and an overly hasty right turn that left me with a flat tire. Only I didn't know it was a flat tire until Mr. O'Neill and Dr. Robertson stopped me in the school parking lot and spent the next hour changing it, while the rest of my classmates sat by and watched through our abundantly windowed classrooms. In hindsight, when your car starts bouncing at 20 miles an hour, you should probably pull over. But that was what was so special. I was at a place where it was okay to fail, even publicly, and where the teachers picked you back up when you did. And then along came senior year. We realized life was a lot more interesting, even flat out fun when you don't take yourself so seriously. In Sacramento, our Constitution team discovered, when we saw all the other teams studying as we walked to a leisurely dinner out, that you cannot win a statewide competition by rhetoric alone. But I can assure you, each member of the class of 2024 did his or her fair share of studying too. We continued to wrestle with why we were created, what beauty truly is, and how to fight for justice well. In another discussion circle, we dissected East of Eden and analyzed the power of small moments and small things. The dance of the leaf is not all by chance, but is a choice. We must each choose how now we shall live. And so I stand here at the end of this journey, no longer shaken and so incredibly grateful. All 70 graduates on this stage spent the last few years at a school that cared about our journeys. A school whose founders listened to the way the wind was blowing and sacrificed time and resources to invite high schoolers in. A school whose ebullient faculty and staff, further on in this life we dream of, generously share their stories as evidence of life well lived, and tirelessly share their care for us, proof of the truest kind of love. Pacifica leaders, we are so grateful for your dedication to this place and to us. Thank you. All the good that Pacifica brought me the past few years was multiplied by my remarkable family. Mom, Dad, Mary, James, and Declan, you guys too live lives that are real. You point me towards what matters, and your refusal to accept any of my suggestions or comments without sound logical explanation has prepared me well for challenges to come. Thank you, and I love you, and happy birthday, Dad. I'm sorry we stole your day. Finally, and dare I say most importantly, the class of 2024, my classmates. Through crippling loss, sudden change, and seemingly irreconcilable differences, we have all become stronger. Reese, Ava, and Parker, we have been particularly astounded by your grace through grief. Thank you for inviting us into your journeys. This class challenged my convictions and made me rethink what I had previously accepted as given. You all care about finding what's real and live in deeper pursuit of the power life offers us. It has been an honor to sing, dance, spin, and roll along the wind with you all, and I will spend the rest of my life searching for more people like you. And so we step into the next movement of our dance, twirling on with confidence that there is God-given power and significance in every moment. And as Adeline so aptly put it, that really is a miracle. Thank you.